Good evening, all, to those of you from the Asian server region. This is Rolling Swarm, and we are back for day 2 of WoT Blitz first ever realistic tournament series. We covered the Feast, Fulcrum of the East clan, their tournament team in the first stage. They had an extremely dominant performance. It would have been a flawless record if they hadn't mucked about with some Sheridans at one point. But we're going back in. I think everything's looking good on the stream, which is just bueno. The invite should be coming through in 3 minutes. So let's go and have a look at the tournament. Welcome back for those of you that joined us yesterday, and welcome to what is actually turning out to be an extremely entertaining tournament stream. A tournament series, I should say. The stream, the kind of enjoyability of that is subjective at your end, but the quality of the tournament is, in my opinion, absolutely fantastic. Now, the group stage, teams were in groups of 16. It was a best of 3 single elimination, top 4 going through to the final stage. Now teams are in groups of 4. It is a double elimination, best of 3. That means that teams have to, for a team to be knocked out, they have to lose 2 best of 3 series. And we are following Arcade, and we can see actually there's 4 groups of 4, and there's actually quite a lot of talent here. And some good team names. These are our boys, Captain Bruni and the lads from Feast, 10 members in the squad. I'm just keeping an eye on the stream health, looking out for the invite. They're up against Team ID, and this is actually the ID. Campon, Snowfall, Psycho. Yeah, Campon is the only name that I actually recognize, but I'm sure these are probably the ID. ID are an extremely good clan. I mean, if we want to talk pedigree, Team ID was the winner of the Asian server Twister 2016, the first ever Twister champions. And they haven't try-harded in the meantime, but they have always been kind of floating around the professional level on the Asian server. So this is going to be extremely tough competition for the lads from Feast. There's also, okay, what is this? Who is... Oh, it's another Feast team. Ah. Bruni. Underscore. Oh, Bruni underscore and underscore Bruni. There's a difference. There is a very important distinction there. And then S7Q. And it's... Okay, I mean... Okay, what is this? I guess this is Feast's... I wouldn't call them a second team. But all of the offline members do seem to be, for example, in the other squad. Apart from Daitadabio. Daitadabio. I really struggle with that in Minsk. Like, it just did my head in. So that's this group. I mean, probably Team ID and the Arcade Feast team are the favorites to go through to the finals. Probably, I would actually say it'll be SQQ in 4th. Okay, what is this in 3rd? And then I can't decide or kind of assess who's going to come out on top between these two. Though the grand finals is a best of 7, so that's very good. Although all the other matches are a best of 3. We will go to the room, don't worry. Group 2, 7 mice or lose, CR. Looking pretty meta-anti. Frash. And Kyle. No, Nub. Yeah, I would say Nub will win that group. I don't recognize any of those 3, but Nub's a good team. Professional level last year. ICT, also a professional level team, although they have been a bit off. EHR. LSA. Gave Feast a bit of a run for their money yesterday. They could do pretty well. Enjoy. HLV, I mean, that's a pretty tight unit. Failed revival. E7. Oh, E7. Haha. With the Disney themed names. Well, less Disney themed names now. This is a very good team. They were in the finals of. Were they in the finals? Yeah, they were in the finals of Asia's professional tournaments versus Feast. Failed revival, though. They may be struggling to kind of kick back into gear. So it'll be interesting to see how that pans out, of course. Pixel Crybaby, there's some smack talk going on here. King are a good level team. EA1. EA, also a good level team from China. Yeah, I think maybe this is players from China. Just gonna go out on a limb and say that. And then we've got GoGo, EFSF, another team that gave Feast a little bit of trouble, but Feast were always confident. And then Team RI. Well, it's interesting. The groups seem fairly well balanced and distributed. We've got 2 minutes to go. Oh, Winter Malinovka in a best of 3. Feast on Feast action. It seems like everyone knows. Hey, no, the strats that are coming. Feast, Green Feast are running 6 Batchats and a mouse. Red Feast are running, well, 5 tanks. Looks like they're going for Batchats and well, we'll see what how the list finalizes. This will be very interesting indeed. But hello to Pro Blitz Gamer, the Shell Magnet, Ali, Echo, the Tingos oof. Daniel Sevic, great to see you, Daniel. Welcome back. 7 of 9. Long time no see as well. Seasonal, Nova Works, Landenbreck, trying to tune in. Apologies to everyone. The Asian server tournament time has moved. I know it was being advertised at starting at 1 p.m. CET. However, it's actually, as you can tell, it's starting at midday, noon, Central European time. So, my apologies. I only just woke up about half an hour ago after streaming North America, and so now here I am, ready to stream again. It looks like we're going for 6 Batchats and a mouse. I'm curious to see how this will play out. Very curious indeed to see how this will play out. Winter Malinovka is... Ooh. I mean, I wonder how they're going to use the Batchats. Now, Feast, if clearly you don't take 6... Actually, no, that's... I want to say that you don't take 6 Batchats without a plan. But that's not necessarily true. Because they are just little balls of YOLO madness, especially in realistic mode. So we'll have to see how that plays out. Feast. Red Feast. Okay, what is this? Oh, maybe we can we've got 20 seconds to go. Let's just see if we can't. Yeah, there you are. Bogey. Hey, buddy. You chilling out there? Alright. We'll see you in a bit. You go to sleep. Rogue is here. There's no one else in the house, so he's living his best life on the sofa behind my green screen. Which maybe later on I can actually pull the green screen down and you can see where it's sat. Anyway. Feast on Feast, Batchats on Batchats, quintuple Batchats for the blue team, backed up with a T22 and a WZ121. Red Feast, Mouse, and 6 Batchats. This is going to be very interesting, and the clanmates are having a bit of banter with each other in the chat. Feast. Red team, South Spawn. Feast. Blue team, North Spawn. Our Feast is the red feast. We're just going to call them red and blue. We're going to dispense with the team names. Daita Dabio making a push now in quick and early onto the A cap. Having a grand old time indeed. Reds pushing up towards C. Blues will get the cap lead early. I'm wondering if Bruni will be able to cap off B. That's a bold move. Blue now, and we can see Winterfox rotating round aggressively, looking to get spots in. Red are not leaving any guns behind. That's not true. There's a mouse? Where is the mouse? Yes, there is the mouse. You can see, of course, we can't see the blue team's tanks. Oh, Nat backwards! Oh, Nat backwards. That was pre-aimed, and he has regretted all of the decisions leading up until that point in the immediate seconds beforehand. Great play by CX, just anchoring that corner, and now the Reds can rotate round on towards A. Blues. And Commie Kitten gets a nice little shot off into first. And they always got the realistic, if you play 30 battles on realistic mode, you will get this camo. And this is a premium camo, which you can then equip onto any of your tanks, including a tier 10 one. And that in itself is worth it. And Be Moist, number 2, has shut down Nat backwards, but in comes the brawl. And now who's got the better focus fire? Maddox is getting tunneled by the Blues. Commie Kitten will have a nice little burst of alpha to go into him. Maddox down, Bifrost gets off Winterfox. It's a one-gun advantage to the Reds. This is carnage. Bruni shuts down Hellspawn. Focus fire and hit point rotations is key here. It's very difficult to keep a track of targets in realistic mode because if you don't have your cursor on them, the highlighting, the hit point bar, the indicator icons disappear. Now the T-22 might be able to do some stuff here, but the question is no, he can't, because the mouse is in with some high explosive ammo. And that mouse is very healthy. Now where is Hood? Hood is running. Ooh, and Bifrost gets in some damage, and Hood's been tracked. He wants to run away, but he can't. He can't. Oh no! Oh no! Oh wow! Oh that. Oh, that was special. Fun fact: did you know you could do that? I didn't. Red team with a strong opening gambit against the Blues. The mouse actually surprisingly effective. First of all, anchoring down that corner by the spawn, getting early eyes onto Nat, Nat backwards, and then Feast with a nice little hit point advantage pushing in. The T-22 is surprisingly ineffective in that round. I think the mouse and the butt chat combo, I mean, it worked. It worked really well. Thank you, Shell Magnet. Yes, please do, of course. Leave a like on the stream, and if at all possible, subscribe to the channel, should you not have already done so. We're going back into Winter Malinovka, potentially the final matchup. If Red Feast can beat Blue Feast here, winning the series 2-0, of course, if the Blues take this one, we'll go to the tiebreaker. I'm not sure exactly what map that's going to be on. Reds, no changes to the lineup. It looks like the agreement... there was some kind of gentleman's agreement about taking tanks, but I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure. Feast want the Blues. Reds want the Blues to be having so many E50Ms. The E50M is a bit of a monster. And especially the ability to ram and the lightweight. Oh, that's a great shot. Maddox getting tagged. Be Moist potentially in trouble here. Now the light tank camo is not useful at all. That's worth bearing in mind. Spotting distance in realistic battles is infinite. The Batchat doesn't have phenomenal gun handling, although shots are connecting with Mamba of all people in the T-22. And Reds with the cap advantage now. The cap points will be swinging over in their favor. Blues will have to push up and address them. They've got the E50M, which is a phenomenal platform. They're going to meet the mouse first again. CX just coming out sideways, not angling up effectively, taking it from Dabio. He's spotted up Hood, Dabio. Looks like Comic Kitten's going to try his luck up through the middle. Nat backwards and Dabio. Oh, wow. Great shot, Mamba in the T22. CX is in trouble. Great play by the Blues here. They're putting pressure on CX from both sides. And he's not picking up that many bounces. Now, the Reds do have a whole pile of guns down here. So while CX gets burnt down in the middle, the Reds are going to look to focus fire Dabio. And you can see the E50M doing a grand job. And I might have to go and attend the front door in a bit. See? Okay. Fantastic stuff. Apologies for the interruption. It was just a bit of a brawl carnage. And yes, it looks like the Blues will be taking this one off the strength of their tank composition. Bruni's down, last man standing. Is first. Will he be able to get Nat? He is. Oh, got me getting with a kill shot. And now we are going. Now we are going to a tiebreaker, and I think the red team will be very unhappy with the blue team, because I think the red team and the blue team, they had a gentleman's agreement to only use bat chats, and I think the blue team said, yeah, we'll use bat chats for the second game, and then did not use bat chats for the second game. So going into dead rail now for a tiebreaker. Of course, it is double elimination, so I mean, whoever loses here, it's not such a big deal. It's not ideal, of course, but it is not the end of the world, so to speak. And lots of people tuning in now, which is good. The Shell Magnet predicts that Feast will win. I think that's a very solid prediction, but I have my doubts. Daniel Sevic, Rogue is a good boy. Now let's see. We are going in to Dead Rail, Red Feast on Blue Feast. Someone's mentioned bacon in the chat, and I'm hungry. I haven't had breakfast yet. Oh, everyone's taking meta. We've gone full meta. Pay to lose. I don't know, man. I don't know. Reds, double E50M, double 140 Sheridan, double T22. Blues, triple E50M, 140 T22, T62 Alpha, and a 121. One missile tank on the field in total. Reds making a play up towards C. Blues burning their way very rapidly into B, pushing through the middle. Alarm bells should be ringing for the red team. The Blues are swarming all over. Oh, that's the track. Swarming all over the map. And do me, please. It's going to have to get some... Oh, First is in trouble. First has been spotted. He's getting... Oh, return fire. Dabio getting tagged. Reliable Russian guns and Russian bias kicking in there. But First in the Sheridan really in trouble. And as is Dabio. Feast with the cap lead. I don't think they've got any control of B. They have a gun advantage. Hellspawn's just pulling off of A. Looks like Dabio is going to be going down to CX, and now Mamba, Hood, and Winterfox are kind of trapped in a little bit of a pocket. However, we do have Nat backwards providing overwatch fire from here. Black Mamba, well, Mamba 24, sorry, is the call. He is down to his last hit points. He goes down. Probably it's going to be Bifrost shut down by Winterfox. Winterfox is the next call. He's being called. Everyone's calling for Winterfox. Look at the Feast guns. Turn round. Maddox trying to get shots off into him, but he's shut down by Nat backwards. It's now a 5-on-4 in the favor of Red. Red leading Blue by about 2,000 HP. It's a really intense brawl here. Comic hitting Nat backwards down. And Winterfox points out, yeah, the Blues, they really had teams out of position, players out of position. Hellspawn, Pyro capping A when the brawl was ensuing. B, Moist goes down to Hellspawn, though. first manages to connect with Hood. I don't think he did any damage though. CX last man standing. Hood. Whoa, Hood. He's looking for a low hit point target. He doesn't find it because do me please does someone instead. Why no Ram? I think the Reds, they weren't chancing a gentleman's agreement again. And hello HR. Yes, as the Shell Magnet points out, there is a 5-minute delay, so no one can stream snipe anyone else. And anything you type, as you type in the comments, the chat section, I will be able to read that chat section in real time and reply to it. Of course, my reply is then on a delay, so I will read it and reply, and then you will hear me talking about it 5 minutes later. You can time it yourself, more or less. So, Red faced our lads, Arcade, are going through in the top bracket. Okay, what is this? Blue Feast will be going now. Will be going to the losers, the lower bracket, but they still have a chance to stay in the tournament. If they win the next best of 3, they'll still be in. If they lose it, however, they will be out in 4th place. So a little bit of pressure on them, as it is double elimination. It's still best. Double elimination is better than single elimination, but best of 3, of course, is still an extremely difficult format to work. Now let's just double check the match time. I believe it should be about 12:30, so we've probably got just over 15 minutes. And it is Team ID, yeah, as I predicted. And their match starts, yeah, at past. So we've got some time. So we'll just go and jump in and play a battle here. I don't want to do ratings. I'm tired. I don't want to play ratings anymore. Oh. I managed to calibrate at about 3,800 on Asia. I calibrated over 4K on NA, which was a bit awkward. Oh, EA. China EA, lucky dog. It is Encounter, of all things.
Let's get this show on the road.
Oh, the ping. Oh, the ping is real. Plus 200. Oh, Jesus. That's tough. Is that 6 spotted? Oh, I don't want to go that far forwards. Oh dear. If I move... Oh, this ping is... It's worse today than it has been before.
One of our trucks was hit.
Although, we do now have cover in the form of that dude.
We hit them hard. They're hit.
Oh, this ping is almost unreasonable.
We hit them hard.
Ah, no, this is really bad. This is... Why is it so bad today? It wasn't this bad yesterday. This is actually unplayable.
Nice shot. We've locked up our gas. We got 'em. Put out the fire. Gotcha.
That's some really bad stuff. I'm gonna see if I've got devices connected to my Wi-Fi. I probably do. Oh wow. That is just god awful. 190 I could just about hack. But 200, no, 200 is way too much. It's just too much. That is unmanageable. Oh, we got bullied. We got bullied. We got bullied. Oh, friend request, yeah. Sorry, you can't drive an OP tank like that and do 0 damage. It is just unforgivable. Absolutely unforgivable to do 0 damage in the new USA light tanks. There is no circumstance where you should ever be performing that poorly because it is such a good tank. I'm sure I've done 0 damage in it, but that's not the point. The point is, why is my ping 200? What have I done to deserve this? That's the real question. 225, it's not fair. It's not fair. A and B, please. Yeah, right. I actually agree with that. Okay. I'm gonna channel all of my ability into kind of fighting the ping first and the enemy second. Ah, jeez. Okay, you've got him.
Welcome to the swarm.
Welcome, Jake does Blitz. Well, we got A. Good job, E75. We shut down the standard B. That's okay. We've got pants gun depression, so let's try and find an area of the map where we can be lower. And there's a tiny ridge that we can execute with. Ah, jeez. Too much ridge. However, for them to push us... Oh god.
We hit them hard. Punched right through their armor. Our track is hit. It could break any minute. Got him.
pulled the shot out. He's on the reload. Where I mean, we have to click when when our cursor isn't even on him. That's an interesting thing. That's such a weird sensation, like having to shoot like that. We can take a hit.
Enemy armor is damaged.
Better, much better. Better team though, much better team. Very effective. Very effective indeed. Oh, 3 donuts on the enemy team. Oof. One more? We've got time for one more. We've got time for one more. Changing camo to blend in on realistic battles is actually works. It is an effective tool. You know, you literally have to. I mean, like, you see the enemy type. You don't have any notification that they're there. No minimap, no marker, no pop-up, no audible. It's only when you look at them that they're highlighted with a. With the hit point bar, like the little icon, the little red marker appears on them, you know it's an enemy tank. So kind of the better you can blend in. That camo, rubbish. Very loud, very blocky, very obviously a tank. Oh, Jesus. No missiles. That's good. I get the feeling this guy is going to be blocking me a lot. I don't. If I push, I will take the damage.
Strike through their armor.
Where's the VT?
We've hit them hard. Enemy
Port away for the
destroyed.
win. Okay, we're no caps. We have a 2-gun advantage for the time being, and for what it's worth. Frickin' fly! There's always flies. Scorpion G. He's down.
He's gone. Find us another target. We got him. We finish him off. Enemy is hit. Nice shot.
That was effective. Alright, we're in time. Now we can go back. We'll have the room invite. We're working with that ping. We are working with that ping. Oh, rewards. No. Ah! Missions! Hashtag priorities. Ooh, oh, that's all we got. Oh, 150 XP. Amazing. Right. Tournament rooms up. Feast versus ID. Estia from Feast asks, how do I feel, or how did I feel about Feast versus Feast? I mean, it happens. It always, like, if you've got a clan that's putting in multiple teams, like, it will happen. I think the easiest way to avoid it from happening is to have teams with the most similar win rate possible. But I know guarantees, of course. I think it's not a true indicator of skill. Like it's when you have in kind of fun informal tournaments like this, and it's not the grand final, or it's not like a significant difference in terms of prizes available. I don't think it kind of like you don't see a true battle. It's more of like a fun scrim between friends. I like it. I think it's pretty cool. Now, though, however, we will be seeing Feast versus ID, and this is definitely Feast's toughest opponent in this tournament series. The winner of this will go to the grand final. The loser of this match will play the winner of the game between the other Feast team and Team ID's previous opponent. So I would expect they'll fight each other, of course, here in a best of 3. And then I would expect these guys to then beat whoever loses this match. I think is going to beat the other team that's going up into the finals of the lower brackets, and then these guys will have a rematch in a best of 7 format. So I expect this Feast team will play ID again. That is my prediction, so to speak. But we will have to see. Now, Team ID, if they're savvy little humans, they will have been following the stream. They will have seen the kind of things that Feast are bringing to the table. And we can see here, ooh, this is a bit of interesting variation. Spice. Do me please in the 140. We've got Bruni, Maddox, Pixel, and CX in E50Ms. But First and Frost are in Progetto 65s. That is an interesting choice. We're going on to Oasis Palms, which is a nice little open desert map. Of course, you've got the medium flank around C, and then you've got loads of caps in the city. I say loads of caps. You've got 2 caps in a very kind of weird city environment that's got some open field to the other side of it. One of the oldest maps in Blitz has been reworked once or twice. So it'll be very interesting to see how this one pans out. Let's see. Catastrophic Cannon says, I'm a trooper for streaming so much. I mean, it's we are having fun. We've got 16 seconds to go. Feast versus ID. The 2 heavyweights of this group, probably some of the best teams on the Asia server, going head-to-head here in realistic battles, realistic tournaments for the first time. On Oasis Palms, it's a best of 3. That is punishing. There's the pro avatar. You know it. You know it. Small point of order. Remember, of course, in realistic mode, we can only see, it's a quirk of the spectator, we can only see one team on the minimap. As it is, we can see Team ID on the minimap. Feast not. Oh, Do Me Please has been spotted already. Fantastic. Yeah, there's no limit to the view range. View range is infinite. Now, there's no light bulb either, but you see Maddox, his hit point pool bar lit up. They're solid color. At the moment, they're kind of opaque, translucent. That means they're not spotted. But see, Pixel has been spotted. He doesn't know he's been spotted, though, but he has been spotted. Do Me Please quickly into B. And it looks like the Progettos, well, Frost is going to insulate A. Feast not pushing the pressure on A. They're trying to get more info on the map. Ooh, Gayam gets tagged, as does Doomy, please. He needs to get out of dodge. He makes it. Great play. Feast now slightly behind. They are slightly behind ID on the cap lead. However, A is insulated. They can cap A. The earlier they do that, it looks like Doomy, please, is going for it. Pixel's getting tagged. ID, you can see this is what happens when you get two very competent teams going head to head. It's a lot less gung-ho. The quantity and intensity of YOLO has been significantly reduced. IDs 08211635 pushing through the river. Feast bleeding HP. ID are looking really strong here. Radioactive in the T22 coming in. The Progetto bounces off the front plate. Did you see the shell ricochet? First gets double tapped. Connects with Gayam. Gayam in the STB coming in. And First is in trouble. Feast needs to respond to this push. Pixel Rage is there. First is getting a lot of pressure on here. Radioactive's calling for attention on First. It'll probably be IDS. No, he's not going for that. He's getting shots off into Pixel. Hit points are in the favor of ID quite significantly, but the Pixel's taking down Gayam. Feast need to keep pushing the gun advantage. They've got the cap advantage. ID, though, are pushing around B. They're not going for the cap. They're focusing on doing the damage. Hit points are kind of going back in the favor of Feast now. They're working this camp on. Goes down. It's a two-gun advantage, although First is now down. And the brawl has ensued kind of between the spawn and B cap. Feast have pulled this one back really well. They made a great job at the defensive position that the double cap afforded them. Now Psycho surrounded by Doobie Please, Bruni and B Frost. Maddox going toe-to-toe with Radioactive. Psycho's down. Maddox one-on-one Radioactive. IDS going head-to-head with CX. Maddox getting a bit of ram damage in there. Radioactive's in trouble. It'll be Bruni with a ram kill. Fantastic stuff. Last man standing for ID is IDS in the 140, and potentially it's Frost. It is Frost with the final kill. And that is wonderful play from the lads from Feast. Keeping 5 guns in. Nice hit point pool retention. Focus fire, shutting down guns. We say it every time. It's so basic, it's so fundamental, and it is crucial on Feast. Swinging an initial hit point deficit round in their favor through the utilization, weaponizing 2 caps, the cap pressure to force ID to come in, meet them when they're dug in defensive positions, and that can be a very important factor in realistic battles, as we have seen. Feast leading ID 1-0, match point to Feast. First team to 2 victories wins the best of 3 series, going back into Oasis Palms, swapping the spawns now. Everything to play for. Someone asked, why am I why do I look like the generic version of Kratos? I don't know. I am Kratos if he did not train and played video games all day. I think that's... There we go. I think that's the... why is my forehead so big? You or me? I don't know. ID with an IS-7 and an NFL camo. And the attachments. This is one pimped out IS-7. ID, red team, North spawn up against Feast, blue team, South spawn. ID with a double IS-7. Sheridan, Minamiya getting tagged. 140s, STBs, T22s, T62 alphas. The IS-7's the interesting variation here. Feast going in for C. They're getting the early cap on. It's a triple E50M cap. Bear in mind, if you have 3 tanks in a cap, it caps faster. 2 is faster than 1, but 3 is the fastest 4. It doesn't make a damn bit of difference. Sheridan, quintuple E50Ms and a Progetto. Feast with dominant control over the C cap. CX getting pressure on. Can CX? Yes, CX can reset B. Campon, if he can cap B, that's going to put Feast in the position that they were in last time. Campon's going to be trading HP for resets here. It's going to be very difficult. This is the critical moment here in the battle. Oh, and you can see that average damage. Bifrost coming into the back. Maddox. Oh, the Sheridan. Sheridan's advancing. Campon can't get B. It's costing him a lot of HP. pushing out. That's a bit of an error. He's looking for damage into CX. CX is looking low. Last Hope might be pushing round. We'll get a huge 460. Yeah, that's the nice average damage there. Is doing wonderful things. Feast are leading slightly in terms of hit points. I think that might just be because of the E50M. Maddox goes down. It's a gun advantage now. CX is in trouble. Idea going to be pulling this one back. Potentially could be going to the tiebreaker. Snowfall is down, but so is CX and B. Frost. Idea looking dominant. They've got a 2-gun advantage over Feast. First is trying to shut down Campon. Campon's doing a great job of face hugging. Now Be Moist is surrounded. IDS, Radioactive. Oh, Radioactive Minamia pulling off to engage first. Bruni gets Gayam. Pixel Rage and Moist will be looking to engage IDS, but Moist is focused on someone else. Bruni. Oh, Feast are looking a bit sloppy here. A little bit sloppy. Campon's down finally. It's a 4-on-4. Hit points 2-1 in the favor of ID though. Moist in trouble going down to Last Hope for me. The IS-7 misses the shot. The Sheridan. Minamia's down. The Sheridan is going to have to waste a lot of damage to shut down Be Moist, but it works, but not before Radioactive eats one from Moist. It's now a 2-on-3. They're not out of the woods yet. Bruni should be pushing for the ram damage. Pixel doing the donuts. Bruni gets IDS. Pixel drifting. Radioactive in the T-22 chasing, but is denied. It's now a 2-on-1. Feast might have pulled this back. We might have spoken too soon. Bruni using his hit points to shield Pixel. Pixel with a nice 560 roll. Bruni is a one-shot. If an AP or APCR round connects, he has to pick up a bounce here. Can he do it? He does! Phenomenal play by Bruni. One of the highest win rate players on Feast's side. And it looks like Pixel is going to be going in through the front plate. No, he's going round to the side. He's going for reliable damage. Pixel with the kill. And Feast back from the brink. Amazing teamwork. Great hit point shielding by Bruni. And that is... Ooh, that is phenomenal. That is absolutely phenomenal play. And ID, well, Radioactive and IDS had huge games. But Bruni and Pixel had even bigger ones. Oh. What? There's a problem with the tournament. There's a problem with the tournament. That's not right. That is not right. Alright, let's see. Is there a problem with the tournament? Ha. Yeah, this is no! There's not a problem with the tournament. I'm just an idiot and haven't had enough sleep. This is fine. We're no longer, in my head, we were following Feast. But actually we are stuck now on the brackets. And so because we're in a sequential mode, the games can happen back to back, so there's no fixed time slot per se. It's just as soon as they're available. So this is the finals of the lower bracket, best of 3. So this means that SQ beat the OK, what is this Feast team? So the one Feast team has come in 4th place. The loser of this game will take 3rd place in the group. The winner of this game will go and join Arcade Feast team in the grand finals of the group, which will be a best of 7, and that's when the winner of that picks up all of the juicy premium time. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. So sorry, it's not broken. I'm broken. I've been destroyed by too much streaming. That's the one. Donald Hill says the beard is becoming very impressive, like a Navy SEAL. Thank you. I am no member of the armed forces, but the beard is it's getting there. Like my chin's actually like up here somewhere. And DJ W3D, Yes, fast tanks are really in meta, but there is scope for the right kind of heavy tank. TDs are not actually that popular, which is very interesting. I think you need whatever tank you need. It needs to be either extremely well armored or very mobile. 183's grills, they're just not good. Anything that kind of relies on camping and the kind of view range and spotting and camo mechanics, other than a very mobile light tank, it's not good. I mean, to be fair, the bat chat, you don't really see the bat chat. The Sheridan's got the derp. The derp and dash is extremely tasty in realistic battles. Nagu and Eagle Jefferson. Is anyone risky enough to use the 183? We've seen some 183s in the earlier brackets, particularly yesterday on yesterday's stream. There were some 183s. They don't work. We saw one team with 5 183s and one match. Doesn't work. Don't bring a 183 to a realistic battle. It's just not the right environment for it. There we go. We're understanding the meta. And Chunky boy, my beard looks like the PS1 Hagrid. Tie it, man. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. 1 minute to go. ID rematch. I mean, ID have already beaten SQ team in their opening match. Probably beat them 2-0. We could check. Let's check. Yes. So they've already beat them on Winter Malinovka. And now they're going to play them on Winter Malinovka and Oasis Palms. That seems a little bit counterintuitive. Not sure They're going to go play Winter Malinovka again. They've beat them 2-0 on this map already. I think Wargaming, there's only a limited number of maps that they think work in realistic tournament mode, or there's only a limited number that they've been able to port somehow into the system. So, Brinsiger is here. Good to see you, buddy. Fantastic stuff that you tuned in. And let's if you type anything now, you shall be blue. Brinsiger, great human, great human. And it is SQ Red Team Southspawn teeing off for the second time this evening. We didn't see the first time against Team ID, Blue Team Northspawn. Team ID, a professional level tournament clan, have already drubbed SQ 2-0 on this same very map. SQ will be looking to have a rematch. And 50Bs. I'm not so sure that makes a lot of sense. The AMX 50B, they're rocking 4 of them. It's got the burst damage, but at the same time, it is very tall. It's a large target, it's softly armored, and they've gone with some very luminous camos. And if you look here, like these guys are, well, more or less using ice-themed camos blending in with their environment. Look at that. I mean, it really just kind of fits right in with both kinds of like the kind of the earthy and the icy parts of the map. And then these guys are just more or less luminous, literally in this case. But they're barreling through. Last Hope for Me is in trouble. You can see Ruler 06 hasn't even spotted him up. He's coming in for the Leo. Last Hope for Me though is now getting double tapped, triple tapped, could be going down. Team ID potentially in trouble here. Although Alpha CK is getting lots of attention, gets a huge shot into Frozen Flaky. SQ here with an aggressive push. They are down in terms of hit points. No, they're up. Team ID are down in terms of hit points. The blue team, Frozen Flaky, loses the battle against the hill, has to roll back. Cap points are in the favor of Team ID though, but they're bleeding hit points left, right and center. They're really far behind. About 1,000 HP behind. They've also lost the first gun. There's lots of low hit point SQ tanks though on the field. The brawl is breaking down in and around the city area. Psycho hanging on in there, but those 50Bs, now they're on the drum reload. The burst damage has been unleashed. ID have to shut down Ruler 06 to take that one shot down. Of course, the problem is that you don't see that it's a one shot until you flick your cursor on it. Skillet Hero takes down Gayam. It's a 5-on-5. Hit points in the favor of SQ when those 50Bs get reloaded, but they don't. Topics and Ruler 06 going down. It's a 3-on-3, 3-on-2. SQ potentially taking this one out with the 50Bs. Maybe I misjudged. the 50B. Skillet Hero in the T22 looking for the Sheridan, picks it up, and now it's a 2-on-1. Campon in the Leopard 1 has got his work cut out for him, and I think Skillet Hero misses the shot. Skillet Hero chasing Campon. Campon, a phenomenally talented player. Skillet Hero in the right platform though to deny him, and potentially Arinton tanks with the kill shots. Oh wow, SQ. What a play, hyper aggressive rushing, 450Bs into the gut of ID across B. Oh my goodness me, that was a phenomenal performance by SQ, and that has put ID on the ropes. Simon L is doing realistic games with a hangover and is getting too realistic. I can believe that. Skillet, I don't know Nagoon. I don't know if it's the same Skillet from WoT PC. Yeah, the Discord link. Please do follow the Discord links from Shell Magnet. Come and join us. We have lots of fun. Well, we have some fun. I don't want to oversell it. It's a nice place to be. It's my server. We're up to almost 1,000 people. Also, please do, if you have not yet already, please do subscribe to the channel. When I hit 5,000 subscribers, I will be able to do a Wargaming sponsored giveaway, and I will pull every string and favor and card at my disposal to try and have that giveaway as just one tier 10 collector's tank. I will try. No promises, but I will try. I will really pump for that. So let's just get the chat back on. Fantastic performance from SQ. And they're bringing the 450Bs again. Sheridan 140 T22. Ooh, game gets tagged. ID. Ooh, Arinton Tankso also getting spotted. The 50Bs have been identified. Ruler 06 using the soft cover. Soft cover is very strong advantage here. IDS. IDS overexposing. ID. They're trading better this time round. They're trading much better. They might be taking this one to a tiebreaker. Skillet Hero doesn't quite connect with me. Ooh. Random team. Vive la France. ID going for C, but SQ here connecting. Oh, me in trouble. SQ, if they can get the focus fire here. Psycho's coming in. Skillet Hero, the T22 that was so problematic at the end of last game, is getting focused down. Team ID don't want to leave the Skillet Hero on the table. He goes down. First gun down. ID with the gun advantage this time around. Now they need to keep the pressure up. They need to work it. They've got a 2-gun advantage. IDS getting safe, getting out of trouble. Ruler on a drum reload. Lethal looking to finish off Mia. Ruler goes down. ID 7-on-4. They were ready for the rush push by the 50Bs. They've received it very well. Mina Me finally shut down by Alpha CK. Alpha CK on the long reload, looking to get out of dodge. Potentially safe. No one spotted him up. Topics. Seiki Sayaka. It's a 3-on-5. I mean, it's not. Oh, both of the 50Bs are on drum reloads. That is the downside. Camp on Frozen Flaky, double tap quick succession. Last man standing is Alpha CK, looking to get around, but that is not the way to do it. Turret goes flying, and ID with a very quick response and basically developing an effective counter. The 50B rush caught them off balance. I think SQ, their mistake was trying to repeat the same strategy again, because Team ID, and basically they saw the lineup, they saw the same lineup and said, no, we know how this goes, and they adapted quickly. We're talking like a 1 minute between rounds, and they adapted. Now we're going to a tiebreaker, new map, Oasis Palms. They've both already played this map in the previous game. So it'll be interesting to see how this one pans out, because SQ, if they take it, they're going through to the finals. I don't think ID were expecting to lose the first round. I think ID will be playing much more cautiously in this game. There are no final chances in this best of 3 series. This is the tiebreaker. ID. Oh, Campon's not ready. Are they going in with 6? Oh, in the nick of time. Agile Hippo, good to see you, buddy. And it is the Bat Chat. Ooh, interesting lineup here by SQ. A mix of T22s, T62 Alphas, a Bat Chat, E50M with the Roaring Camel. Nice touch. And the Grill 15 Topics, I think that's a bad call. Team ID, blue team, South Spawn with a T110E5. That's an interesting addition. We've got the graphite camo. It's a big plus from me. Team ID, blue team with E50M 140s, SDB, T22, T125, WZ121. Campon has taken a bit of damage though early on. The 121, I mean, it's not a... Look at the nice little sandy camo on the go here. ID getting aggressive, looking to focus on Seiki Sayaka. Seiki Sayaka focused. Wow, very quick. Less than 40 seconds. Lethal Eliminator now caught out of position. Has to get safe. Lots of blue teams swarming over that hill. IDS, Psycho, double tap, triple tap. Mina Mia will be looking for a shot in. Last hope for me in the T110E5 was Rush though. SQ doing a good job of shutting down that heavy. Not sure that was the right call. It's not a tremendously high DPM tank. We've also just lost Ruler 06 in the Bat Chat. Far too soft. Not traveling fast enough. And IDS goes down. Team ID leading 6 on 4. Arrington tanks the next one. The Brawl, well, the Grill, you can see the Grill is just really not being effective in this one. Skillet Hero, well, Alpha CK has just left Skillet to his fate. Poor Skillet. Trying to pick up a bounce. It'll be Mina Mia with a kill shot, potentially. Yes! It is Mina Mia. And Topics in the Grill 15 with the bloomin' bats over the top. And you can see here, this is quite tricky. Good connection. Alpha CK going down to Mina Mia. Last man standing is the Grill. Team ID with a very quick turnaround. The 121. Campon apparently having some ping issues. He's still alive though, he's still hanging in there. Frozen Flaky with a nice roll. Topics looking to bounce. Yes! The T22. Nice face hug there, forcing the gun onto the turret. Who missed that? And Mina Mia with a bit of damage, and it's going to be Frozen Flaky in the T22 with a kill. And Team ID do go through to the grand finals to face off against Feast. Woo! Wonderful performance. Absolutely wonderful. And Alpha CK, good shot, good effort in the E50M roaring. But so I've predicted who would be in the final. It is as I foretold. Team ID and Feast's Arcade team will meet. It is a best of 7. We're going into Winter Malinovka to begin with. Best of 7. First team to 4 victories takes it. So it's quite a lengthy series, is a best of 7. Lots of room for forgiveness, lots of room for the pressure to ramp up as well. Ideally, you want to be getting those wins in nice and early, but both of these teams are extremely competent. Both of these teams know what they're doing. Feast got the best of ID 2-0 in their last encounter on Oasis Palms. Best of 7 means, though, that they have to be consistent. And when I say they got the best of Team ID, we mean, like, by this much. So Team ID are definitely serious contenders here. The skill split is 50-50. Probably Team ID are higher win rate players, maybe more mechanically skilled, but Feast as a team are a much more cohesive unit, and that has always been a strength of Feast. Fulker of the East, their clan on the Asian server, it has always been about their ability to play as a team, as a tournament unit, as a competitive esports brand. They're also great people, which goes a long way to endearing them to us all. But Feast, dropping into their standard meta, triple E50M, double T22, double 140, Team ID, E50Ms, triple 140s, T22, a little bit of a variation here. They've swapped out, instead of a T22, they've got a Progetto. So that's the only variation here in terms of team composition. No. Wait a minute. Yeah, one less E50M, one extra 140, and a Progetto in the place of a T22. Very similar team compositions. DJW3D says Wargaming should do more of the professional tournaments. I agree. I absolutely agree. I think for this year at least, though, we're probably only going to have one offline, which will be Twister. It's a very tall order, logistically and time-wise, to kind of organize the offlines and the tournaments. I would love to have like a Mobile Masters, a tournament in the slot where Mobile Masters used to be. Mobile Masters actually pulled at Amazon's level, to my understanding. But it would be good. It would be very, very good. Chin Timothy says the off-season championships is the closest we'll have to the professionals now. That is true. Although Nugurian says I mean, there is Tank Fest. I would quite like to see something organized at Tank Fest. But it's not really the best kind of environment for like a very truly competitive tournament. Like it's a very busy place. I'll be going this year. If any of you are going, I will be there. At least I plan to be there. Whether Wargaming invite us CCs or not, I will be there. So, with me dad. I'll be having a blast. Less than a minute to go. Ooh, Team ID have saw what SQ did with the 50B and said, that's not such a bad idea. We'll try that ourselves. And so Team ID are bringing a 50B. I'm on the fence of that, but they have also gone for the triple E50Ms. There's a bit of a juggling in the roster there from Team ID. Typically, last-minute changes are not ideal. You want to have a strat and tank composition planned out and confident in from the start. Like Feast. Feast knew exactly what they were taking. 5 seconds to go into Winter Malanovka, the beginning of a best-of-7 series. First team to 4 victories wins. Feast versus Team ID, 2 heavyweights from the Asian Tournament Server Circuit. Feast, Red Team, South Spawn. Team ID, Blue Team, North Spawn. Some friendly banter between the players. I like that. It's interesting as well. A lot of people that are outside of the tournament circuit, like, for example, when we saw Feast versus Feast, they think, they know each other. It's not like a true tournament. At the top levels, at least on the EU, NA, and then even Asian server, like, a lot of the top level tournament players, even across clans, are on good terms with one another. There are also some very bad relationships, bad terms, so to speak. Ooh, IDS. Oh, gets tagged. Do me, please. Got control of the top. Both teams coming up. Camp on into B. That's a nice play. He's got crossfire and B pressure going. Although he's going to struggle to kind of get shots off and cap at the same time. He's having to make decisions. I think he's going for the crossfire. Mina Mir as well. And Feast have pushed in aggressively maybe trapped in a bit of a pocket here. They need to start putting pressure, and Radioactive is the core. Feast are going for a rush. They're going to look to burn down Radioactive. CX doesn't quite execute the ram. ID in the 50B. And a gun advantage to Feast, but CX has been taken down. Gayam's down, and the brawl is on C now. The question is, who's got the better focus fire? Maddox is in trouble. Snowfall and Campon will be putting pressure into him. He's got nowhere to go. He's sideways. The armor profile is ineffective. He's been denied. It's a 5-on-4 in the favor of Feast. Feast with a gun advantage. And now the hit point advantage to ID. But the 50B is reloaded. He's going to be able to get some shots off. Looking for Doomy Please. We'll be able to shut down Doomy Please with a good roll here. No! Looking for some ram damage. It's a 2-on-4. Feast. Strong. Feast very, very strong. Bruni hanging in by the skin of his teeth. Snowfall, look at that. Just piles of tank bodies everywhere. Snowfall in trouble. Doomy Please trying to get away from the 50B. The 50B on a drum reload has the ability to... No! Misses the shot! And Moist will be in, but it's Frost with a kill. And Feast, well, great, a very, very well-timed rush play. They had to seize the initiative. They were kind of getting stuck in the pocket, kind of above the windmill. And that's not a great place to be. They weren't trading effectively to begin with, and their options were stay there and continue to trade ineffectively, or seize the initiative, rush in, try and grab some hit point, and gun number advantages, and that's exactly what they did, and they executed it superbly. And we're going back into it with Malanovka flopping. Flipping and swapping combines to flopping. Flipping the spawns. Feast will be playing from the north this time. ID from the south. Feast, no changes to the lineup. They found a balanced combination of tanks that works for them. If it ain't break, don't fix it. ID, last hope, not ready. Is ready. 50B E100. 4 Russian mediums. ID experimenting with some oddball tanks. I haven't seen an E100 yet in realistic mode. I'm not sure it's the best the best platform. Although it's got nice spaced armor, like along the trail. Supreme Brick asks if I'm getting paid for this. I'm not getting paid for this, but if you would like to support the channel, the link to my Patreon page is in the video description. You can also donate via Super Chat, become a YouTube channel member, or you can reach out to me through Discord and just send it straight to me PayPal. If you feel so inclined, I do it because I love it. And I have fun. But being able to kind of like raise some money to buy some premium tanks when you commit to buying one of you. Anyway, focusing. Feast are pushing in. They're getting damage into game. This is something we saw early on in the tournament, is rushing the medium tanks in deep. Sugu and Mugu. Great play here. Feast have traded well, and they've got position. They understand where ID are, although CX now is potentially in trouble, not trading effectively. Radioactive. Oh, there's Campon. There's Campon, and he got a big hit points in the favor of ID. Last Hope's getting focus. CX will be going down to Radioactive though. Gun for gun. ID with the hit point advantage. The E100's looking pretty dangerous now, actually. It has to be said. He's going to be eyeing up that big alpha, looking for a kill shot on someone. Looking for the kill shot on Bruni. Won't get it. One of the mediums will get it instead. Radioactive takes down Bruni. There's Doomy, please. He gets done for 640. Big damage numbers coming in. Frost pushing. Getting Rinse, Sugu, and Mugu looking to try and get on the flank of Campon. Chasing Psycho. Frost low. Gayam will be looking for the kill shot if Campon doesn't get there first. Campon! Overkill. 65 from a 640 alpha. Gayam going down first. It's a 3-on-3. Feast are still in this fight. It's a 3-on-2. One of them is a 50B though. The 50B, he's low health. He's going to look to clear up. He's down. Last man standing. How have Feast turned this round? Team ID, and the last man standing is a very slow, very low DPM heavy that doesn't really have the maneuverability, doesn't have the minimap, doesn't have the situational awareness to track 3 targets. He's looking for a high explosive roll. He gets it in through the top. But Sugu Sugi will be able to double tap him. This is good game for Feast. It's another one back from the brink and first with a cheeky shot in through the front side. Through the front cheek. The front side. I'm tired. Yeah, I only have 2 more streams to do. Wow, what a comeback by Feast. What a comeback. Sugu and Mugu. E50M. Dominant performance, pushing 5k, huge numbers. The T110E5, it's not working in realistic mode. I haven't seen it being used effectively yet. Truth be told, and now Feast lead ID 2-0 coming off of Winter Malinovka, now going on to Rockfield. We haven't seen these two teams play yet on Rockfield. However, we have seen this Feast team play other teams on Rockfield. Team ID, if they're savvy, will have watched those games, will have some idea of what Feast have in store. If Feast are bringing a Sheridan, we know where it's going. That might be Pixel, but I don't think they are going to bring a Sheridan. Although there's a lot of shuffling here. We've got 12 seconds. No Sheridan, double Progetto, triple E50M, T22, Foch 155. Not sure I like the Foch, but there are 2 Sheridans for Team ID. ID playing from the North spawn, Feast from the South spawn first up. Ooh. And let's see, Nigurin says Sheridans are broken, but still not top on win rate. I agree, Sheridans and the T92E1s are very poorly balanced in terms of their extremely overpowered tanks. I think the average win rates are quite low because lots of people are rushed to get them, and a lot of people can't use them effectively. They have a very, 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 very high skill ceiling, but a very, very, very low floor, and that kind of averages out with most players sucking in them. In general, Bruni, Moist, Sugu and Mugu, everyone's going to meet on C, CX and Sugu and Mugu. Oh dear, CX tracked and spun on his side. Sugu and Mugu getting Psychos in a great position here. He's hull down, Feast are bleeding hit points like you wouldn't believe. ID coming in, focusing on Sugu and Mugu. Sugu and Mugu is the first gun down, then it's going to be Maddox. Maddox has got 3 guns on him, however, Campon's been taken down by Moist. Radioactive's getting the focus fire here. Maddox trying to bounce. T22 is a good platform to get the bounce in. Frozen down to Bruni. Feast, another potential comeback here. It's the guns are equal. Feast now a gun up, but the hit points are super. Oh, the variation here is phenomenal. This is carnage. We're a minute in, and it's a 4-on-3. Psycho now the recipient of the focus fire. Moist, Frost, Maddox and Bruni all gunning for Psycho. The rest of the ID tanks be down. Maddox, can he pick up a bounce on Gayam? He can't. Bruni needs to get the clip reloaded. He's going to try and bully or insulate his team against Gayam. Frost with some ram damage. Frost looking to go in through the turret. Doesn't get it. B Moist gets a shot in. Bruni picks up a little bit of a ram kill there. Was that a shot? I'm not sure. Can IDS get over the hill? He can't. And Feast, from a very risky opening Gambit rush where they bled hit points left, right and center, back on top once again, 3-0 over ID. This is match point. Would you believe it? Can Feast take the clean sweep going back into Rockfield, swapping the spawns? It'll be Feast playing from the north, ID from the south. That was fast. That was very, very, very fast indeed. Ooh. Absolutely phenomenal performance. I love these games. I love Feast's ability to swing it. From basically early game or late game loss scenarios, they come back from the brink every time. I love it. Absolutely love it. ID have to win 4 games back to back. If they do, it would be the perfect reverse sweep. They are currently 5-0, well, 0-5 against this Feast in this tournament. That's not ideal. That's not ideal at all, if we're being honest. ID potentially for the final time this evening with a quadruple 140 as a T22, IS4 and a Foch 155. Feast, T22, double Progetto, 140, triple E50M. Both teams with a nice kind of combination. Looks like everyone's going to push the C pocket again. No one going wide on A and B. Everyone moving round. Feast, red team, north spawn. Team ID, blue team, south spawn. And it is the calm before the storm. We're about 30 seconds in. No one's spotted yet. No one's spotted. No one's spotted. Mina Mia getting the hits. Trades well with Maddox. Psycho going round. CX looking for the shot. CX, Sugu, Mugu, B Frost pushing in. Psycho bounces. Now Psycho's getting focused by 3 E50Ms. The E50Ms really in a strong position here. What a gun line. What phenomenal focus fire. But Frost, recipient ID, turning it back round. Psycho's down. Frost rotating to the back. Hit point pool rotations. Phenomenal play. It's a gun advantage to Feast. They're pushing in. They're looking for Radioactive. Radioactive's the core. It's a 2-gun advantage. Now Campon is the target. They're going to focus on Campon. Frost brawling with Mina Mia in the 140. Campon's in trouble. Moist is down in the Progetto. Campo's down in the Foch. It is a 2-gun advantage to Feast. They're also holding on to a pretty healthy hit point advantage. It's hit down IDSCX. That's the 50M, but Frost is down to Mina Mia. Oh, it's madness. It looks like Feast are going to do a 4-0 sweep. Can ID turn it round? I don't think they can. Maddox with the kill in the T22. Now Frozen Flaky, can he get away? I don't think he can. It's going to be Maddox with the low roll. There are no low rolls. Doomy, please, looking for the kill shot. Doomy, please, picks it up. Ram damage coming in. Sugu's trying to shield his teammate Bruni. Hiding behind Sugu and Mugu. CX pushing him. And that is a 7-2 win for Feast. And it's 4-0. Oh my god. Wow. Feast in realistic tournament mode. OP confirmed. Phenomenal gameplay. And this, I mean, actually, if we think about it, realistic mode is probably one of the best training grounds for target coordination and focus fire practice, because you can't see in realistic mode, you can't see your opponent's hit point pool bars unless you look at them, and you can't see whether your teammates damage them or not. So being able to communicate effectively with your teammates, coordinate, relay information, say, okay, this player on the enemy team is a low hit point tank, we should focus them. That's really useful. And so realistic mode really rewards teams rather than individual skilled units. So Team ID has got phenomenal talent on an individual mechanical level, higher win rate overall compared to Feast. Now the Feast are a more cohesive team unit, and that asset, that advantage, is further accentuated in realistic battles, because you know the lack of information from the HUD can be substituted by incoming information in the team Discord chat. And Feast have demonstrated an absolutely superb stellar record, and those guys win 14 days, half a month's worth of premium time each, just under half a month, 2 weeks worth of premium time. And that is not to be sniffed at. And Feast, if we have a look at their whole thing, they only dropped a round to Radiant Force when they were mucking about with 7 Sheridans, and they dropped a round to their fellow clan members in the other Feast team. Okay, what is this? When there was a gentleman's agreement to use bat chats that wasn't respected. But to be fair, I mean, you know, it's a tournament. Anything goes as far as I'm concerned, as long as it's with good sportsmanship. So, a 4-0 shutout. Arcade, Feast's arcade team, just color me impressed. That was brilliant. Let's see. I'm just going to jump in and play a battle. Because we can catch up with the chat and talk about the results. Fantastic. Absolutely, I just can't get over Feast. That 4-0, those comebacks. Woo. What am I doing? Where am I going? No. We've got the medium. We've got the flank advantage here. We've got an extra medium tank. Although he didn't get the memo. Oh, it's a standard B though. Looks like I'm the only person playing here. So what I'm going to do is get spotted, not get my gun down. Ah, wrong button. Didn't mean to drop adrenaline. Come on then, standard B. Oh, this ping. Standard B has got so much more DPM than me. Alright, I don't have the gun depression to fight him. Okay, we're just going to have a really campy game then. Now objectively, we had the advantage on this flank. It is entirely my team's fault that we are in this position.
Enemy destroyed. That one didn't go through.
I mean, there's only so much accuracy in the world.
Enemy is hit. Enemy armor is damaged.
I mean, I would say that yes. I mean, I'm not really what you would call. Ooh.
Penetration. One of our trucks is gone. We can't move. One of our trucks was hit. Nice shot. We got him.
Ah, Jesus.
Vehicle destroyed.
Let's go have a chat with the T-30. Let's go have a chat with him. Oh, we have to add him to our friends list first. Let's see if he accepts. Let's try and explain to him why he's wrong. I mean, no, we had the compositional advantage. That's what I think about that. 51%. 51%. and 1200 damage. Get out of it. Get out of it. But yeah, I think it's important to follow the EULA. I don't mind you saying, you know, it was fine, like, noob, whatever. I like, you're 51%, you have no idea what you're talking about. But reporting your teammate's position to the enemy when your teammate, for example, is not AFK or like hiding somewhere when like your teammate is actively participating in the battle, that is really poor sportsmanship, and probably that goes a long way to explaining 51% as a win rate, if that is what you do. Why would you try and influence the outcome of the battle to favour the enemy team in any way, shape or form? So anyway, to that T30, lol, it's your reputation that has been tarnished, not mine. I got triggered. Anyway, we've got control over here. The enemy is playing their super heavies quite effectively, going for the cap. There will be a VT and a tortoise camping in the backfield somewhere. I need to try and spot them. Welcome, person whose name I will not be able to pronounce because I cannot read those characters. Now. Yep. You got it.
Welcome to the swarm. Enemy is hit. Punched right through their armor. Enemy armor is
Ah, Jesus, ping. Oh, that's the other thing. I'm also playing on 200 ping. So, you know. Come on. Nope.
Enemy is hit.
How am I not spotted? Oh, there we go.
Nice shot.
No!
We finish him off.
I mean, also, that's the other thing. That is the other thing. I'm playing a more passive game because I have got a ping of 220. So brawling is really not like a good thing for me. Well played though. Very well played indeed. You're very welcome till we meet again. Yes, and there is, if you also search on the World of Tanks Blitz forums, there is also the control information. It was posted by Zloid 2017, 2018. There's like a whole breakdown of the controls. You can also change the camera inertia, but I don't mess with that. RIP Feast 2.0. They had a pretty good effort. Thank you, Mamba for life. Yes, if you will be at Tankfest, it will be an absolute pleasure to meet you there. We can go grab a beer at a bar and talk Blitz, play Blitz, and just have a grand old time indeed. Let's jump in and play it again. Let's just go. Alright, what we're doing here, we're top tier. Budgie Red, rebalancing noobs is hard. Yeah, it's true. It is really hard. I think one of the great things, and I would encourage all of you to kind of like, one, get involved in streaming. Like, it's really fun, and like the community, like the CCs and all the people that are creating YouTube channels now, like, and the Facebook channels. There's loads of really good like Facebook groups being made. Streaming is fun. It's a very good way to kind of like contribute and engage with the community. Share your gameplay and other people's gameplay. It's also really, you know, if people are being asshats on stream, you can sort of catch them out, and they look bad. And it's really nice when someone is being particularly unpleasant in chat, and you can just, you know, like say, yeah, well, me and the, like, you know, 150 people watching all think you're wrong. So can I get up? I cannot. Interesting. Anyone gonna shut him down? Oh yeah.
Penetration.
Can I climb that? Do I have what it takes to climb that? I feel like I should be able to climb this much easier than it looks. There we go. It's just, I was just taking the wrong lane. Anyone camping? Anyone camping? Oh god, who have we lost? We've lost a chieftain. That's not too bad. Yeah, that's what we're looking for.
Punched right through their armor.
Ah, jeez.
Looks like that one went right through. We hit them hard.
Oh god, that lack of gun depression strikes again.
Nice shot. Nice shot.
The quality of face players has really gone down. Apparently.
Find us another target.
Ah, jeez.
Welcome to the swarm.
Can I do this? Does this work?
Penetration.
Welcome to the swarm.
Oh, what?
Critical hit. Enemy armor is
Hashtag not ideal. Ah, damn it.
for count.
Nah, the tank's longer than I thought it was. That is my bad. That is my bad. What do I think about meds that are sniping from bush on spawn? I think, depending on what your team composition is, it can work. I think if you have lots of tanks that can do spotting, and you are, for example, in a tank that has got good gun handling and can engage at range, that sniping, as long as you're outputting damage, is not necessarily a bad thing. I say this is someone with 70% on 200 ping. The problem is, of course, when you are one of a few tanks on your team with decent view range, you have lots of TDs and dedicated sniper platforms in your team, and then if you hang back, no one's got shots. You have to find the role and synergize with the other players and tanks on your team. I think that's the main thing. Where are we going? Sheridan, Tortoise, I would say A. Oh Jesus, ping. Ah, I have a missile shield. That's what I'm taking this as. Ah, crumbs.
Enemy is hit. Penetration.
Nope, that was a mistake. That was a mistake. Don't push with 200 ping. That's why we play passively. Also, don't push by yourself into a Sheridan when you don't have a phenomenal level of DPM to play with in the first place. Yeah, go on then. Yes, we are done for the tournament now. It's just me messing around in random battles. Just going to try and find a good game to go out on. Which, at 240 ping, is probably going to be a while. We'll just drag our win rate through the mud. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Alright, where are we going? What are we doing? Top tier. I've got to say, the Asian server, like, people just don't know what they're doing. Like, why are you going there? Okay. Well, to be fair, the enemy team's not doing much better. Like, why is nobody... Panther is the only player that actually knows what they're doing. Like, no one... Oh, and maybe the RU. Jesus, 200 ping. Oh, fuck. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. It's really hard. It is actually very hard. To play. Right, who's this? Yeah, we'll take that. Our win rate. Oh, we're almost below 70. No. Let's go. It's very tough to play on 200 ping. But we're going to keep doing it anyway. It's good practice. And then it means like when you go to a server where you've got even semi-decent ping, like 100 plus, between 100 and 150, you can play much more effectively. Landon Breck. Who won? I mean, the tournament's over. Feast won everything. Bottom tier again. Alright. The T-62 Alpha is going to be the problem tank. Oh, I just haven't learned anything. Gun depression wise.
We didn't penetrate their armor. Nice shot. Enemy armor is damaged.
Where? Why is there no one there? Oh my god. Ugh. Look at that. We've got a missile tank and he's playing the heavy tank. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Oh, we won that one though. That's pretty good. Still not the perfect one to go out on. Getting frustrated. Don't know if you can tell. Let's see. Top tier. Yes, I quite agree. That is an excellent plan to go right. The shell velocity, yeah, I mean the shell velocity is okay. No, why? Why? I've come to the conclusion that the Asian server, like, no one really understands what they're doing. This is just appalling gameplay. Like, that's bad. Those mediums in that spawn, that's bad gameplay. It's like driving in soup, it's so hard. Right, I can't, whatever this ping is, it's not working for me. We'll have one more go in the T55A. And then I'm just going to be ending the stream. Ryan Parampi asks, what do you mean Feast won everything? There were 4 other groups. I mean, they won everything that they played. It's not like an overall contest, so they got to the highest possible level in the tournament. Alright, let's see. 200 ping. It's like driving in soup. Let's just have one good game to go out on. Does he mean medium tanks when he says MT? I think he does. That's not parlance, it's meds. But okay. Okay, that's better. There's a 1704 there, yeah. Ah, Jesus. Too much. Too bold, too bold. Too bold, we're getting sloppy. The team has done a good job though. Not out of the woods yet. Should have dealt with the 704. I knew it was a mistake. Sheridan's doing a grand job though. 704 connecting with the 183. That's the downside of high explosive, is that you can low roll. 5-on-2, we got this. It's not the game to go out on though. We're gonna keep pushing. We're gonna keep pushing. We're getting clicking a little bit more. Okay, come what may, this is the last game. Because I actually have to go get ready for the EU stream and maybe grab some sleep. So let's see. 250 ping. Wonderful. Just wonderful. Just wonderful. I mean, I push now. I turn like 2 seconds later. It's a really, it's just a horrific way to play. It's really unpleasant playing with this much ping. What is the obsession with City on the Asian server? It's a terrible, terrible way to do it. Okay, we can't play here. Our tier 9s are there. I'm not going to spot for you guys. You're all in that. Look, the enemy team in the caves with map control. I'm a low DPM tank. Not terribly mobile. I can't play the front line. Now you're spotted. Now you're going to get farmed from up there. I feel like there's some like really fundamental mistakes being made all round by our team. The only thing I can try and do is get behind, clear this tiger, and that will stop our heavies from being spotted so much. I mean, you've got the options here. Right, we're off. We're off. We've had enough of the Asian server. It's ping and questionable strategies. Although that was pretty good. Well played. And well played. Thank you for tuning in. I had fun up until I started playing random battles and taking my win rate below 70. No. But yeah, it's true. I mean, to be fair, I have just spent the last couple of battles blaming people, blaming other players. But I mean, I would like to think that I know where tanks should be going, but obviously I'm not the best player, and no one is perfect. Everyone is fallible. So yeah, thank you for tuning in. It has been an absolute blast streaming the realistic mode tournaments for y'all. There is another realistic tournament next weekend. Sadly, I am actually on duty overseas, so I won't be able to stream it. And I actually won't be putting out any content after today for about 2 weeks or so, which is a bit of a shame. However, Amonet, hopefully Martin Dogger and some other people will be streaming the Asian server for you. So, and I mean, if you're interested, if you've enjoyed watching the realistic tournament battles so far today and yesterday, I would thoroughly encourage you to give it a crack. It looks like hella fun to play. So please like the video, subscribe to the channel. Most importantly, join us on Discord. We're growing the community, and our Discord channel is kind of like a great place to hang out and kind of speak to some people from multiple different server regions that are at top level of their game in tournaments about general sort of tournament strategies. So please do tune in there and join us in the conversation. Anyways, this is Rolling Swarm. Very tired, still with 2 streams ahead of us. EU at 8 PM Central European time, and then NA at 3 AM Central European time. More realistic tournaments to come. See you guys. Bye for now.